Spirit has guided me to share a really important concept with you. And this is something that I've really been working with, and it's been incredibly helpful for me, feeling more connected to source during kind of the crazy times, the frenetic, chaotic energy that we find ourselves living in this 3D Earth school experience. And so it comes down to our bodies being our vessel, okay? And our body, as the vessel, holds our soul light. It's the vehicle that allows our spiritual being to have this human experience, right? And so when we're born, our entire soul does not go into the body. Why? Mainly because it would implode, considering we bring into this lifetime our karmic baggage, the lessons that we are here to heal and balance. And those come from past lives and from our ancestral line, what's passed down to us. And so our souls are too powerful to be housed in this body. So we bring a percentage. What Spirit has shared with me over the years is that it's anywhere between 30 to 70%. And then, there's a percentage that obviously is back in the non-physical realm. And that is what we could call our higher self, okay, which we always have access to. So we bring into this vessel all sorts of negative energy based in fear, with the goal to transcend these fears and transcend any form of scarcity and lack through learning our lessons and evolving our consciousness, and thus returning back to a state of love and achieving the highest expression of our soul light, right? So the real question is, how much of your soul have you drawn down from above to be able to hold more of the light of source or of God? And so our focus should be on expanding our vessel to hold more light. But we're only given what we can handle, okay? So imagine you start talking algebra to your 3-year-old child. Their brain simply isn't wired to understand that, given their developmental stage that they're at. Or imagine you give that same 3-year-old child your laptop. The next thing you know, they're throwing it on the ground, okay? Or using it as their toy. And we're also only given what we can hold. So I want you to imagine you're an 8-ounce cup, okay? But you're asking for a gallon of water. You can't hold that amount of water. And when you pour that gallon in to the 8-ounce cup, it simply overflows. It's going to spill out. So we need to get a bigger cup, a gallon-sized jug to hold that, thus expanding the vessel to hold it. And when we expand our vessel, we have to then show source, show the divine, show God, whatever you refer to this as, through our daily thoughts, words, and actions, that we are responsible and that we are committed to being the best version of ourselves that we can be. Knowing we're not perfect, right? We are perfectly imperfect, but it's not about that. It's about pure intention to put our best foot forward. That's what counts. And so this means we need to make choices in the frequency of light and not our shadow being the unconscious parts of ourselves. And it's a daily practice. When we consciously show up in our lives with the intention to operate from this place of awareness, worthiness, and love, we build that muscle and we integrate it into our being. Our light is our worth. And this is how we embody more light. This is when we become the master that we are intended to be. So how do we do this? All right, few ways. One, stay high vibe, okay? It's about being in a high vibrational frequency. And that will vary day to day, right? But it's about doing the things that light us up, things that bring us joy, things that create peace and harmony within us. It's about only spending time with people who uplift you and support you, or in places that energize and inspire you. Okay? Nature is a great place to be but it's also about your spiritual hygiene, okay, on a daily basis. So use your tools, whatever they are. Maybe you use crystals, maybe it's sound healing music, maybe it's, energy work or prayer and meditation or taking salt baths. The list is endless. You have to figure out what works for you. And again, that may be different on depending on the day. And then the most important thing is prayer and meditation. So this is all about plugging into source. Now, my most recent book, What's Your Heaven? It's the number one lesson. Lesson one is I am connected, okay? It's all about plugging into source and remembering that we are a spark of the divine. We are source, that God, goddess energy within us. So when we plug into source on a daily basis, we plug into that unlimited, eternal, divine flow of love and light and truth. That allows us to align with our higher selves, which holds the entirety of our soul light, okay, located in the higher planes. And we can flow down that energy to and through us, and we bring in more light codes into the vessel, okay? And light is simply more information, and that information expands our consciousness. So imagine a garden hose, okay? Spirits bring this up all the time to help you really understand what I'm talking about. Imagine a garden hose with a kink in it, okay? Obviously, water can't flow, and if it does, it trickles out. It's blocked. So I want you to instead imagine that garden hose without the kink. Water flows through effortlessly, easily, in abundance. And so the same goes for when our vessel is connected or disconnected to source, to the divine spirit above. And so we're either walking around in a contracted state where we feel shut down, closed off, disconnected, separate, or an expanded state. But we can't be in both at the same time. It's one or the other. And so our vessel is either cut off from the light of source or it's downloading it easily and it's flowing freely. And then finally, the last suggestion I would have for you is really stay in faith and trust. Doubt and fear shrink the vessel. So replace doubt, worry, fear with complete knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt. You may not know with certainty how things will play out, but you have complete faith and trust that there is a divine plan, a rhyme and a reason to all of life's messiness, and that within each challenge, there is a gift, a silver lining that serves the purpose of expanding your soul, your vessel, and elevating you to higher light. All right, I know that was a lot. I want you again, as always, to see what resonates, take what works, leave the rest, and continue to show up each day with the pure intention to simply be you, be the brightest light that you can be. As always, I am wishing you brightest blessings and all love.